Hello YouTube, my name is Eric Broman. I'm known as Raptor by my friends, and I will be bringing you a playthrough of Empire Total War here as Sweden. And I'll give you a quick check of the options first. As you can see, I'm running on quite low because I don't have such a good computer, so I can't run it any higher. I'm terribly sorry for that. Controls, you can remodel everything, which I like. User interface. Oh, there's a bit there. I usually have everything like this. It's the classic way, and you can fiddle around with options if you want to, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So the startup single player campaign. You have load game, which is basically just load game. Uh, play tutorial. The campaign in the game is the American War of Liberty, and it takes you through the challenge of defeating the United Kingdom for the 13 states. But I'm gonna press Grand Campaign, which will bring me to the country selection screen of Grand Campaign, and I'll go through the different countries for you. So we have Sweden, we have the Marfa Confederacy, Great Britain, France, Austria, United Provinces, Spain, Prussia, Poland, Lithuania, Ottoman Empire, Russia, and then we're back to Sweden. My main enemies in this game are Russia and also Poland, Lithuania. These guys here, I'm gonna try and ally them to fight against Russia, because historically I would have Poland, Lithuania, Russia, and Denmark. And Denmark has Norway, Iceland, and Denmark here. That's what Denmark owns, and historically I would fight Russia, Poland, Lithuania, and Denmark then over there. But as I said, I will play as Sweden. I will choose very hard on board campaign and battle difficulty. We can play a long campaign. It makes us hold 25 regions at the end of the year in 1799. So we basically got about 100 years on us to capture 25 regions, and we need to have a bunch of regions in this region over here, a bunch of different states, that is. And I will not show CPAU moves. I won't have any advice or help. I'm actually gonna uncheck automatic city management because it can be quite boring sometimes. I'm gonna put 20 minutes battle time limit because usually I play for about one battle, it could be 1 hour, but I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that, so I'm gonna ask it put it on 20 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna put it at 40 minutes. And this is the history of my nation. But I will be explaining in the loading screen what it's all about. So basically what happened before now is that uh, Charles the 11th is the king, and he basically waged war against many countries in around the Balkan in Europe, that is, and he won, and he also made many changes to the Swedish army and allowed us to have one of the best working armies of the time by something which is called Inledningsverket. This is basically means that every soldier that works in our army, they are soldiers, not just peasants that we gather and go to war, but they are actually hired soldiers that we are to do battle against. Or sorry, not against, but against the lesser experienced peasants of the other countries. So that's what he did, and it was very good because it allowed us to have one of the strongest armies I mentioned before, and it allowed us to have very weird kind of battles. But I'm gonna shut up right now because
Your first
she's gonna talk.
priority should be to use your strong standing army and navy to secure territory along the Baltic Sea coast, obstructing hostile Russia in their attempts to gain a cold water port at Ingria. By rights, all the nations of Scandinavia should bend the knee to Swedish power. So expand the boundaries of your territory to include Denmark and Norway, whilst maintaining good diplomatic and trade relations with countries such as Britain and France. With Russia on the offensive, it would also be prudent to court good relations with your enemy's enemy, Ottoman Turkey.
Okay, so as I said, first off, I'm gonna show you Scandinavia. I currently own Finland, is part of Scandinavia, Sweden, part of Scandinavia. But as I said, Charles the 11th captured both Ingria and Estonia Livonia over here in this region. And yeah, as I said, our main enemy is going to be Russia, so Poland, Lithuania, and Denmark. They formed a coalition against Sweden because they don't like us. So this is a part of Scandinavia, and also this is a part of Scandinavia. And then we have an island up here called Iceland, which is also a part of Scandinavia. I will try to capture that later on in the game. It might depend what countries actually goes to war with me, because if, say, Austria, Prussia, and a bunch of other countries down here goes to war with me, I won't have a choice to actually go after Denmark right off the bat. And the graphic isn't the best. Yeah, I'm sorry about that once again. And this is the main city. You go around and select buildings and stuff, and you're in this city. Each upgrade is really expensive now in the beginning, so I won't actually upgrade any city. What I just did here was that I sent a priest to convert people in my region called Finland, here in the city of Åbo, to process this from enemies, and it will do that with 0.5% per turn. Gentlemen's, they are basically for research and technologies, so you put them in schools. Here we have Uppsala, which is a normal school. I'm gonna research plug bayonets as my first technology, and I'm also gonna destroy this one here, the couched inn, I believe is this. Yeah, a couching inn. I'm gonna destroy that, and I'm gonna replace it with a school as fast as I can. And I'm gonna try and mess up my army because I don't have such a huge standing army right now. I just brought up the list just to show you my entire army. I have this army here in Ingria, small army in St. Petersburg. It's actually inside of this town here. A small army over here. None of my armies are that big. And I'm gonna try and bring my spy into Moscow, and he's quite skilled spy. So he will hopefully be able to succeed in that. Yeah, my army size, my armies aren't that big as of right now, but that will change. That will change. I promise you, that it will change. Getting my trade could be vitally important, but also maintaining armies. Creating armies here. I'm gonna create 3 line infantry. Unfortunately, I can't make any bayonets, which I'm quite sad about, as I really like, actually pikemen they're called. Yeah, my bad. I can't make any of those, which I'm quite sad about, but still, doesn't matter. Oh, a bit of lag. And right now I'm just going to try and bump up my economy as much as I can, so that we can become a strong economy country as well, and not just a strong power house, that is. So we can rough stomp the rest of Europe. And what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna declare war on Norway, or actually on Denmark here, so that I can take Norway. Defeating Denmark isn't that hard in the beginning. I've been playing this game quite a lot, as a bunch, especially different countries, but still. So in the beginning of the game, it ain't that hard to conquer Denmark. Conquering any other country can be a pain in the arse, but we should probably not experience any problems with that. So these are all of the countries that we need to have, and that is going to be a pain in the arse to actually accomplish. We need that, and then we need 25 others. And as you can see, our prestige is really low compared to most everyone else. We are second lowest. Only the Marvel Confederacy is lower than us, and France is on top. So we are going to end this turn as soon as I check if I actually researched. Yes, I did research, and that will mark our end of the turn, I believe. Let's see if I have any other agents that I don't know about. And no, we don't. Ah, yeah, right. I almost forgot. Diplomatic relationships. In the beginning, you should always try and establish as many trade ports as you possibly can. So always just give them what, not almost whatever they want to, if they agree to trade with you. It doesn't hurt getting a trade with Denmark if they allow you, but as you see, they didn't. Those bastards. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry for if anyone from Denmark is watching this, or Norway for that matter. So yeah, I don't believe I will actually be able to get a trade agreement with these guys, but oh, I managed. Huh. Well, that's weird. So it doesn't hurt to try. And also, I will try and get my better relationships with the Russians. No, sorry, the Ottoman empires. They actually start with 2 technologies researched, but I will give them this. I hope they will accept. Yeah, they accepted. Let's just bump up my. Oh yeah, right. Well, these guys are allied with. Oh, sorry, they aren't allied with, but they are protectorates of the Barbary Strait, and I'm at war with the Barbary States, which are these one down here. They are at war with almost everyone in the beginning. So let's see, request peace. Let's see if they agree. They didn't agree, which is unfortunate. So there's basically nothing we can do, which is quite saddening. But still, let's go on. Next round. Yeah, that was the first round, and I'm gonna come back later with a new video at the second round. So I hope you'll enjoy and keep on watching this playthrough of Empire Total War as Sweden. So have a good one and see you around.